This entire technique is from our examination program. It's a relatively high-level one. It's from the program for the third Dan. I rediscovered it recently while I was sorting through things. It starts with a familiar technique, namely a mawashi uchi, but I'd like for us to take another close look at it. All right, I sink down, the hand comes up, and I sink into my stance. I release the sword with my thumb. We'll go over the details of that in a moment. I release the sword with my thumb. The fingers are resting on top. I take a step forward without weight and draw straight forward. Pay attention to where the fingers are pointing. They are not here. The fingers point in the direction of the draw and are placed very loosely. Now, at the very end of the draw, I turn the scabbard, the saya, 180 degrees right here, and close my fingers. And slowly bring my elbow outwards. Or you could also say the feeling when you're standing. I'll do it like this so you can see it well. This is the part that goes outwards. It's not this. Okay, again. Seen from the front. I go down, release, draw. The tip ends exactly where my right shoulder is. The elbow is positioned lower than the hand, and the sensation is that the elbow is gently resting on a pillow. That way, I can hold the tip extremely steady without any strain. The cut itself takes place by gently closing the fingers and by turning the saya. I go in, here. I turn the saya, and now I do one thing. The fingers simply close. In doing so, I create the rotation. I don't make any noise. I don't hear anything, when I do it. When I want to finish, I hold the tip, let it fall downwards. Take a step back for my chiburi. When the sword has fully passed out of the saya, which is the scabbard, I gently bring the saya forward and then turn it back again, making sure to do this smoothly so that I can clearly see it here in front of me. Now, this is important. With the sword held perpendicular to you, bring it back, ensuring you maintain that perpendicular angle, and the saya, or scabbard, should be pointing downwards, towards the floor. Now the saya is tilted upwards. Slid over the sword, and that's the end of it. Once more from the side, sinking, drawing control, releasing the position, chiburi, and noto. Also important for the chiburi, there is no movement from the wrist. The chiburi comes from the forearm. Yes, here to there. The first part of the chiburi is fast because that's the dangerous part where the blade is moving towards me. That means this part here is faster. Here I have time. And the whole thing should be as silent as possible. In chiburi, here too at this location right now. No loud noise. Okay. To get this down cleanly, let's move to the next level. The same thing, but with a turn. You stay there, I'll show it from here. You have the basics down now. The point is to maintain the same precision while your body is doing other things. Namely not standing still, right? The technique remains the same. I sink down, release, take a step back, crossing over, set down on the ball of my foot, and initiate the turn. When the turn is finished, I draw and make my cut. Go down now, do my chiburi, and then do it carefully. My noto. Okay. Once more from here. Sink down, step back, crossing over. Let's do it in slow motion. Turn, turn, turn. Now I draw. Not too early. Yes, that means you should focus on control, perform chiburi, and then complete noto. Take your time with each step, making sure to move smoothly and with precision. If you do it too early, this is what happens. If he were my opponent, he would see the blade coming because it's outside my body. I don't want him to see or be aware of what's happening beforehand, before it actually takes place. That's exactly why. Right here, you turn, and now comes the cut. Okay, that's the moment. The upper body does everything exactly as before. Yes, but now we've incorporated the turn, which we have to time properly. And go ahead. I'll show you the first two movements. You already know the first one. That's a Shomen Uchi. I'll show you. You stay there in that direction on purpose. Okay? Wait. Shomenuchi. Now, at this point, I'll do one important thing. I carefully shift my weight back just a little bit, and then I turn my front foot as far as I possibly can in the direction that I want to walk. This helps me prepare for the next movement. The other foot is pulled in towards my leg as I make a turn. Simultaneously, my hand brings the sword down in a semicircle to my hip. The hand leads with the thumb in the direction of the thrust. I take a step forward with my left foot, a supported thrust. Pull back for a clean finish. I move in, the hand follows, guides it down here, and I do my Noto. Once more. The thrust originates only from the backhand, so please don't do this. If I do that and someone pulls on my arm, I'm lost. This is to prevent anyone from easily blocking the blade to the left or right. Yes, it gives it, stability. The thrust comes from the back. During the thrust, the elbow is tight against the body, so my body mass is behind it. Don't do this. Here, the counterpart to, a straight punch from here to there, back, take it, and it's important. Just really focus on the feet if you can. Yes, from here. Turn out. Foot in and forward. Again. I've just made my very first cut right here, just now. Simply turn in and now step out when you're ready. Yes? Okay then. Let's try. We're only doing the chiburi to have a nice finish. The exercise goes on further. Yes? Okay. So for the thrust, you first movement. Here, bring it directly to the hip, not here. Keep the elbow in, close to your body. This allows the thrust, combined with the step forward, to come from the hip for both support and power. I go around, grab it in the first third, guide the thrust to the last third. Not all the way there. You'll get top heavy and fall forward. That's no good. Right? That means this here is your working area. Yes, where you work with the sword. Again. Front section, cut it carefully. Divide it into 3 equal parts. The first third, then the second third. If you want a clean finish at that point, go back to the first third so you're looking over your hand, not here, over the hand. Finish it, Noto. What are we doing here? Thomas and Andre, please. The application for this, for the beginning of the Kumitachi. Surrounded by people who wish me harm. He draws, I make my cut as he strikes, the cut comes in here. He's already drawing, I turn out of the way and stab. He moves back. Either from the thrust, because he wants to get it out, or because he notices, oh, something's coming, yes. And he doesn't complete the movement. That's why the turn is important, because otherwise I'm standing right in the line of attack. I need the turn so his sword can go down my back because he won't stop the cut, right, without something happening to me. Here, pull in and stab. Okay? If he stays up there now, I can go here. If he now lets his sword drop, and then at that moment he does a chiburui, which is a traditional sword cleaning motion, and then I say, okay, let's stop right there. Ah. Yes? Okay. Let's go a step further. First technique briefly, and second technique as follows. I'll stand this way. The next one comes from my back, moving in quietly. I let my sword drop down here, allowing the blade to lower smoothly until it hangs at my side. The hilt then rests firmly against my forearm, giving me a stable grip and better control. Here, in this position, I am alert and ready to respond to any movement or threat that may come from behind. If my sword is here, I have a problem with my leg. My leg is in the way. So I have to reposition my leg, make a turn, and execute the technique as a diagonal ushiro kesagiri, a diagonal cut. The cut is drawn with the entire arm. A helpful tip can be to think of your finger. My old teacher always used to say, John Travolta move. So when you come from the thrust here, tada, finger up, and everything is correct. Your hand is correct, your arm is correct, the direction is correct. From here down, pull up there. The end forward control, I'll show it from the side now. Chiburui, a grip, not a strike. Because this here is honorable. It's like, you almost got me. You're not so bad. The combination with this, however, is a sign of get lost. Yes, go away. We already know this from other moves where we're here at the side, right? With the flicking motion. Flicking means go. This is now... Okay, that was really good. If he now also signals, yes, I want to stop, okay, then, right, I step back, do my chiburui, and we're done. Because it could be that he's the third person, and you're the third in the group. Go over there. You're here again. I think Stefan can stay there for the best result. For everything, you have to get close. Get close. This happens at close range. We'll do it slowly. First cut, the sword continues. You go, you should be standing there, sorry. Here, she draws and I go here, hands on the sword, I go in here. Yes? And it could be that you move back, saving yourself. And now I go down, you too. And now I say, okay, let's stop. You also respond somehow with a chiburi, however you like. Exactly, and we both stop. Yes? Following the motto, 2 bodies are enough. Yes? 2 dead, 1 gave up. Yes? Or the next variation is, I cut her here completely, from bottom to top, right through everything. Her hands are gone, and I move forward and finish it. I pull out and say, that was a nice try. Okay, give it a try. So once again, just to clarify about that last movement, you know, the big dramatic one, Ushiro Kesagiri. You're standing here. And you should, led back from the thrust, make a long cut to the back here. The challenge now is that it really follows this path here and doesn't go outwards past the body, then back there and back again. And here I can really generate momentum. If I take the step too early, I almost fall over. This means it's really, as the cut comes, at that moment, the leg goes around here and the sword goes up. Then I can really give it real momentum. I'm coming from the cut, from the thrust. Here I can really go down. You have to be a bit careful not to cut someone, right? Give it real momentum here. Away. And now the momentum carries all the way to the top. Okay? When you do it slowly, it makes no difference. Yes? But if I really put momentum into it and I take the step too early, look, there's no leg left to stabilize it. It's here, 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 moves away, goes up. Again, from here down, up. Okay? We'll do the application again just once more for clarity from a different perspective. Right? So you move away to the back. Okay, like, One person goes here, 3 go around them before the last move comes. Why the technique looks like this here. Why the technique looks like this and why here. Why the technique looks the way it does and why only here in the application. Why the technique looks the way it does and why only here in the application. Why the technique looks the way it does and why only here in the application. The first Mawashi Uchi is a cut to the stomach. Yes? When you're surrounded by 3 people, they won't all attack at the same time. Go ahead, all at once, because I just have to move away and they'll have a huge problem. Yes, so it will happen one after another, right? Because otherwise you'd run into each other. Imagine they were firearms. Yes, and they'd shoot each other. Yes, so when she comes, continue the movement. The movement continues over there. If I'm a really smart guy now, I'm thinking, okay, if I were to stand here, she'd be in his way. Yes? That means he can't easily make the second attack. That's why there's the stomach cut. Because the stomach cut means that after the cut, the upper body will probably get in the way even more. Here, over there for him. And I can take care of this one. Now, Carolyn can stay standing. Carolyn has already fallen to the ground. And I can work here. Yes, and he makes space. Okay? That's the idea behind why it looks the way it does. So it's not by accident. There's a reason to cut here, because a good fighter, if I hit them here, up high, they'll take the blow and stay standing. They'll take a hard hit, maybe yes, because of the pain, but they're standing. And if she stays standing, she's not really in his way. Yes, but if she is cut, takes the stomach hit, and goes down, now she's so much in the way, right, that he has to wait for a moment or would have to go around her. We'll go one step further, step aside for a moment. I'll show the movement and then we'll show it in application. Or rather, I'll just show the movement first. So we started Here, thrust. I'll turn around now. Here, thrust over, high cut. Now I'll do one thing. I rest it right here, carefully, just on the upper arm. I'm standing here at the front. I came from here, after all. I'm standing here, right foot forward, resting it on the upper arm and observing this here. Yes, what has happened? Now I'll do one thing, because where I thrust it, there are still signs of life. Yes, places. There. I go ahead and carefully bring my upper body, making sure to keep it straight and aligned so that it becomes parallel to the ground. Parallel to the ground. At the same time, as far as I can and as much as possible, I perform an ushirosumi, which is a straight downward cut. Now I turn in, and that's the end. Because the idea is the person there wanted to draw his sword. With my thrust, I did something. No, he wanted to draw but hasn't yet. I went over his hand. He tried to draw and injured himself. No, there. You want to draw. Bam, there. Then I made this cut here. Cutting, yes? On the other one here, like this. And now he has recovered from the cut to his hand from the shock. Yes? And wants to do a mawashi cut to my neck. Position yourself so that you would actually hit. You're not hitting right now. There. Okay? And here I'm already showing him that he should be a bit careful. Yes? He starts the mawashi. I duck under it here by bending forward and cutting in there. Okay? So from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, move forward. Then go down. Up, let it sink. The actual cut happens with my back towards him. It depends a bit on how far you can get your arm back. I go here, try to place my upper body on my left leg and go as high as I can. And now, on the spot, I turn my arm and turn around again. 1, now 2, next. 3. Step forward, down, downwards, slowly, and chibori. With all 3 opponents together again. Thomas here, Carolyn is number 1, you are number 3. Here, go back. It makes some extra space for you. Go over here to this spot. Now, you come creeping up slowly. Yes, that's right. Move away here just a bit. Cut there, right at that point. And down. Okay? Try it without a partner. Step aside, please. And you'll try it as follows. Phase 1. Phase 2. Phase 3. Stay there, Stefan. And the last phase. Okay? Bit by bit by bit, little by little.